Okay guys, I am going to clean an NES game today. This is how I clean it. You may do it different, but I have had the best of luck and all my games are great. They always play great. Never had any problems with anything the way I do it. So, first I'll run through the list of what you'll need. Of course, a bit driver. I prefer the screwdriver type, so you're never losing the actual bit that you actually have to put into the screwdriver part. So you can pick these up for less than $5 on eBay, pretty much anywhere. Window cleaner or alcohol. The higher percentage alcohol, the better. It's usually like 90 or 91%, but I had this at the house in the medicine cabinet, so it's the 70%, and it really doesn't matter too much. Also, you'll need Q-tips. I use an eraser if there's any marker on it. And this actually is just a small scratch pad, not the real coarse one, because that'll kind of scuff up your game. But you can find the softer ones, and that and a little bit of Windex or alcohol will pretty much, along with an eraser, will take any permanent marker or Sharpie off of any kind of game. So that works out pretty well. But the Goodwill pickup from Granny, I'm going to clean Platoon. The first thing I normally do is I'll just spray a paper towel down. I have some alcohol in a spray bottle. It's like Clorox hand cleaner, but I just fill it back up with alcohol. And I don't touch the labels on these, so don't get any alcohol or Windex on these labels because it tears them up. Just give it a nice little wipe down. Get in the creases real good. And you can see any dirt that comes off. And, you know, there's just a little bit of dirt on here. Nothing major. And if there's any kind of dirt or grime or it's like a spilled pop soda in the creases here, you can always just dip your Q-tip in alcohol or Windex and just kind of clean down through the creases here. And that's typically just dust that's in there, but it's still there. And see, there's a little bit of dirt in there, so I'll go ahead and dip the Q-tip in some Windex here. And I just go through and clean. And it takes all the grime off of it. I mean, then I'll go in here and get the tabs. I do this to every one of my games. The ones that I'm selling, ones that I'm trading, ones that I'm keeping. I clean everything. So, after it's all wiped down, you'll take your 3.8 millimeter take the screws out. Game comes apart, and I will start off either with the Q-tip or the paper towel. And just go through, and this normally is the dirtiest part. Wipe the inside. And take the board out, set it aside, and do the same thing for the other side. And that's most of your grime on 99% of games. That's all the cleaning you'll have to do. Sometimes if something gets spilled, it's right along the edge, and you normally just have to wipe it off. Like I said, Q-tip, alcohol, you're good to go. I'll take my paper towel down. And this board, Looks like it's been played a little bit. It has a few little rust spots there. Nothing too major. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see them along the top there. So first what I'll do is take my Q-tip again and just run it all the way across. Applying a lot of pressure. On both sides. Looks like they enjoyed this game. It was pretty heavily played. But that's all going to come off. Never leave these things wet. Make sure you're always dry them, because you don't want to put them back together and let them rust. So that is all I could get with the Windex. Still pretty grimy. Now, some people are on the fence about this next step. I only do this if it's a must. I never do it unless I have to, but a little bit of brass though. Some people swear by it, some people hate it. Now, here's my opinion on it. It works wonders, but you have to use the tiniest amount, and you have to use a clean Q-tip every couple swipes. If you do this, you won't hurt your games at all. But if you glob it on there and rub it in real good, you'll take the coating right off of the pen. So that coating can come off. But I literally just get a little tiny bit off of the top, and that's it. That's all I use. And if you use it in this moderation, it won't hurt your game at all. I'll go ahead and do just a little quick thing here on the Super Mario Bros. It has a little marker on it right there, and I'll just show you how I do that as well. I take that scratch pad, like I said, the real soft one, not the real fine or the coarse one, because it will tear your cards up. I have a little sauce cup. Thank you, Applebee's. I always pour some alcohol in it, or the Windex. And what I'll do is just scratch over that marker. Wipe it off. You can barely see it there. So I'll take my eraser. And Mike keeps messaging me. I'm telling him I was making this video, so that's pretty funny. And voila! Alright guys, going to try these games out that I cleaned for y'all. Here's Mario Bros. in the top loader. Beautiful. And here's Platoon. Awesome.